All right, I'm gonna test a theory today. I'm going to see which packing solution is the best solution. I have a regular, just a plain little packing cube. These are what we've had for a long, long time. Then we have the compression packing cubes, so they scrunch down. And I just recently on the last trip bought the plastic ones that have the pump. Super easy to travel with and do that. So I'm gonna test a theory. I'm gonna get about probably 7 outfits out, see how each one of them fits and what is the best solution for you. So come see which one works best. As you can see, I grabbed 7 outfits. Not including pajamas, not including swimwear, shoes, socks. This is just to test my theory. So I have 7 complete outfits. I'm not doing a capsule wardrobe. I don't have access to a washer. So this is just 7 outfits. I'm gonna put them in each capsule and see which has more room. Can I fit some more things in there, or are they pretty crammed? Obviously, when you have the compression cubes and you have just the regular packing cubes, they're easy to basically organize outfits or by day, so you don't have to keep pulling things out. So there's some pros and cons to both, but I'm gonna give this a whirl and I'm gonna maybe try to do some different packing styles, like folding, rolling, quarter roll them, all the different ones, and see which one works best. So maybe it'll help you in your packing adventures for your next trip. So here goes nothing. Let's give it a chance. I know a lot of people say when you use things like the packing cubes that you want to fold them into the size that they're going to be so it'll fit better. So you just have to make sure it's the length and width, and how you can fold it. You can make it into the right amount. That's again if you are going to have these, because the compression ones and the other ones are different sizes, so you're going to have to work around that. But if you can just make sure that it's equal distance from the side and the length. Now these are all large size. There's obviously different sizes that you can use for each packing cube or whatever one that you're gonna use. I also like the one that we just bought with the plastic ones with the pump, because I was able to throw dirty clothes in there, seal those up and throw those in my suitcase and pretend like they never existed and deal with those when we get home in the laundry. But if you don't have access to a laundry, that's also a good alternative, so you could probably bring both. But let's finish this folding job and see which one works. I've got the first set in here. Now, some of the smaller things can go on the side. So this is like a small little sundress. So you can kind of fold it up in the area and kind of go on the side. So these are 2 little sundresses that could possibly fit on the side. So you don't have to worry about it fitting in there. But let's just say we get these 2 guys on the side, and then I start packing the rest of the outfits. Smaller item, squeeze it where you can. So again, these are 7 different outfits, not a capsule wardrobe. I won't be re-wearing any of this. So once it's done, it's done. So you just kind of like a Jenga piece, put it all in there. Now, even if this stuff all fits in there, it doesn't mean it's gonna fit very good in your suitcase. I think it'll just take up more. So this ideally will be my 3rd option to do this. So, all right, we got all 7 outfits in there. Let's see if we can squeeze this in here. It looks like it fits, but then we're gonna see. There looks like there's just a little bit more room too. And again, if you're going on a cruise or something, you can just sit these in the dresser drawers or in the closet. But this is a large one and it has the handle on there. So it fits all nicely in there, but it still, as you can see, it takes up quite a bit of space, even though it has vents and stuff right there. So this is option number 1. Okay, the second option is the compression packing cubes. So as you can see, it is probably a little bit smaller than the last one. So I don't know how much will fit in there, but because you have this extra zipper, you can press everything down and compress it. that might get more stuff in there. So we are about to test that out. So here goes number 2. Try to fit it all in there. Again, game of Jenga. I don't have high hopes for this one, I'm gonna be honest. This is what I was using on the last 2 trips. So the fact that I got a lot of stuff in here. What's nice is when we were going to different places, I could organize these. So if we had like a night or 2 before our cruise going anywhere, I could put these in different things, not even touch them, and just have one for that overnight visit, and then the rest for the cruise or whatever other spot you're gonna stop. So you can organize it better that way. All right, these white pants seem to be the thickest, so we'll put those in last and see if we have any luck with these guys. You're gonna need some Downy spray because your clothes will get really cold. And I know on cruises you can't bring an iron, so those are a game changer. But I know hotel rooms and Airbnbs have those, so you can cram it all in here. All right, here's the last piece. Gonna put that in here. Ooh, this might work. Okay. Weirdly enough, it technically all fits, but let's see how much we can compress. All right, here's the zipper. We're gonna see. It might do it. I don't know. Either way, it's gonna be a tight squeeze. And you're obviously gonna probably bring more than 7 items of clothing. So you'll need several of these. I don't think it's gonna go all the way around, but even by compressing it by 2 sides, it still makes it smaller. But I don't think it's gonna work. Not for this, not for these outfits. But again, if you can have smaller stuff here in here, like the swimsuits, pajamas, cover-ups, socks, underwear, anything like that, that might work for one of these, so you can have the different ones. But I was only able to close the 2 sides. It's nice it has a handle, waterproof, good option, but not my favorite. So let's try the big plastic bag with the pump. You'll see what happens. Okay, so we have the big plastic bags. It comes with everything that you need. You have the closing zipper right there. The first thing you'll want to do is you're going to want to take the lid off of here, so you're going to push out any excess air. The instructions are on there, and it's pretty simple, but this, you're going to see how much can actually fit in here. So we're going to start putting the guys in here. Again, fold how you want. I don't think rolling would be better because it's almost more bulky. So I like tri-folding them or making them flat. So we're gonna stick everything. I'm gonna put the small stuff in towards the back and see what happens. Let's see, I got some smaller stuff in here. Ooh, this might be good. Just want to show you the difference here. All right. Now we'll get some of these bigger, like pants. And of course, it also depends on the time of year you're going. We have been places where it's cold and you're just gonna have bulkier items. So obviously keep that in mind. Summer, you can just stick as much cover-ups and shorts and sundresses in there as you need. But this is looking pretty good. So let's see how, all right, the last one, these are pretty thick pants, so we'll get those in last. Okay. Squeeze it on there. And there's a place where you can't overfill it on the top or it won't shut, so I'll do this. Get the excess air out. All right, that was a blooper. You saw that. Okay. Get that out. Close it like this, and then you're gonna use the orange tab to really seal it shut. Do you hear the air coming out? Okay. So let's close this up like this. And we're gonna use the orange tab and really seal it shut. All right. Here is the moment of truth. Getting off any excess air. And then this thing comes, it also comes with the charger. So it's all very small, it comes with the bag, you'll be fine. So you're just gonna place this on there like this, press the button. Sealing it up. can definitely do more, but I'm just doing this to show you. It sealed it up pretty good. Now, obviously you have to weigh your luggage, so just keep that in mind. Just because you can fit more doesn't mean it's going to be less than 50 pounds for most luggages. So keep that in mind, but I like the combo of one and this one for multiple reasons: the size of your bag, where you're going, how long are you gonna be there, what's the weather like. So just keep these in mind that you have options. I just wanted to test a theory. I got 7 outfits. They fit in basically all of them. It's just depending on how you wanted to put them in your suitcases. So I hope this helps. I didn't know which one I would prefer, but now that I did the test, I still like the vacuum seal bag for several reasons, but I think I might take a combo of the compression ones and the sealing ones for several different reasons. But I hope this helps. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them in the bottom, and hopefully we can test out some more theories. So let me know. All right, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.